Please do not listen to this recording whilst driving or operating any machinery. Okay, for this hypnotherapy, if you could sit upright in your seats and have both of your hands on your lap, slightly raised, with just the tips of your fingers gently touching your lap and your feet flat on the ground. And this is to allow circulation throughout your legs and feet whilst you are deeply relaxed. Now, if you just like to focus on your breathing and notice how as you breathe in, you breathe in calmness that relaxes you mentally and physically. And as you breathe out any worries or tension. And this is a process that will continue throughout. With every breath you breathe in and out. Okay, just to relax you further and deeper. In a few moments' time, you will hear me say the word now. And whenever you hear me say the word now, every muscle in your whole body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, will relax deeper and deeper. And mentally, your minds will relax too, deeper and deeper. And any unnecessary tension will leave your body, and physically your body will continue to sink down. More and more limp, relaxed, and comfortable too. And mentally, your minds will be still, calm, and at peace. No thoughts, no distractions, not a care in the world. In fact, your whole body is going to feel so pleasantly comfortable. There may be times when you will not even be aware of your body at all. Won't be aware of your body at all. Now, if you have any unnecessary tension in any part of your body, you can now let go of all of the unnecessary tension and allow every muscle in your body to relax. Now, and a very pleasant, slightly warm, comfortable sensation may very soon begin to spread from your chest and shoulders and out over your whole body. And you can now let this wonderful feeling of relaxation go all the way down through your body, down to your fingertips and down to your toes. And now, focusing all of your attention on both of your hands that are gently raised from your lap with your fingertips touching your lap. Now, are you left or right-handed? I wonder if you're left or right-handed. But it really doesn't matter anyway. Which hand does it first? But in one of your hands that are on your lap, you can very, very soon notice a warm sensation enveloping that hand. And I wonder which hand that will be affected first. And only that hand that is affected by that warm sensation enveloping that hand. And as it does so, it begins, as you focus, it begins to get hotter and hotter until it is very noticeably quite hot, 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 and will remain that way for the time being, feeling hot. A temperature raising in that hand, hotter and hotter. And it will remain that way for the time being, just for now. Because now I want you to focus your attention on the other hand. And I wonder which hand that is. Your other hand. And notice it may very soon start to feel very, very much lighter than your other hot hands, very much lighter in the fingers and the tips of the fingers, feeling very light, as if it wants to lift away from your lap, lifting with every breath you breathe in. And it might be just a twitch at first of a finger or a thumb. And it is your subconscious mind that takes control of that hand, the movements and the feelings of that hand. And with every breath you breathe in, your subconscious mind takes control, makes it feel lighter, as if it wants to lift away from your lap. And this light hand of yours, whether it does actually lift higher or not, or if it just stays where it is, it really doesn't matter. Even if it is still just where it was, does not matter. Because as you focus all of your attention on that hand, you can imagine that you have dipped your whole hand in a bucket of freezing, ice cold ice. A bucket of freezing cold ice. Or perhaps a bucket of liquid nitrogen. But a very, very cold, freezing cold hand envelops. And your hand is very, very numb, very, very numb. And as it, even if it has lifted, as I speak these words, continuing to lift away from your lap, your subconscious mind has control of the movements of that hand. hands. And when it lifts away, if it lifts away from your lap, it detaches the hands from the rest of your body, making it feel very, very numb. Perhaps as if you were sat on your hands, making it feel so very numb that you cannot feel your hand anymore. So very numb. Now you have one of your hands very numb and the other hand very, very hot. A hand for each purpose, because both of your hands are going to serve a purpose now. Now, with your numb hands, the hand that's very, very numb, I would like you to use that hand to touch the painful areas of your body, to touch each painful area of your body, one at a time. And the first place that you start with, the place that is affected the most, that has the most painful sensations, to touch that area and place your whole hand over that part of your body. And as soon as you do so, as soon as you place your hands there now, you transfer that numbness over to the affected pain that you feel. The numbness in your hand envelops the pain of your body that you have touched and placed your hand, and wipes it out with its numbness, completely numbing that area. You transfer the numbness of the hand over to your affected area of your body, and that numbness envelops the area, completely numbing, freezing it with icy cold sensations. Now you feel numb, icy cold in the area that you touched. And that technique you have just done is called glove anesthesia. And glove anesthesia with hypnosis works exactly the same as if you'd had a local anaesthetic, a chemical local anaesthetic in that area, as if you've been injected with a local anaesthetic. Because you have the power in your own mind to numb any part of your body, the same as if you'd had a chemical injection of an anaesthetic. And anaesthesia in hypnosis is used all the time for people who cannot have a chemical anaesthetic. It has been used before surgical operations where people could not have a chemical anaesthetic, and it was done through hypnosis. Now, as you have your hand placed there, once you feel you have transferred all that icy cold numbness over to the affected area of your body, you can gently return your hand to your lap. Now, with your other hand, the really, really hot, the hot hand, that hot hand on your lap is going to be a heat pack. A heat pack. And you can now touch any affected area of your body, the area that you have just numbed. So you have just numbed it, and now you are going to apply a heat pack to it with your very hot hand, and you touch the numb area with the heat pack of your hand, and you place your hand over the affected area that you just numbed. So not only have you numbed it, but you are now using a heat pack against it. That is your hand. And as soon as you touch that area, all of the burning hot heat in your hand transfers over to that area, applying heat to the painful area. Heat, hot, hot, heat, hot to the area. So it soothes and heals. It soothes and heals the area with that hot pack that your hand is. The heat pack that your hand represents. Hot, hot over the area. Transferring all that hot feelings of the hand over to the affected area. And when you have done so, your hand can return to your lap. Now, you can repeat this process with any part of your body that is affected by pain. You numb it first with one hand, and then you apply the heat with the other hand over all of the affected areas. And you can do this any time you need to, wherever you are, any time of day, any time, any place, anywhere. And once you have transferred the numbness from your hand is no longer numb because you transferred it over to the area. Your hand then returns to normal once you have finished using it, once you have applied it to all of the areas that you need to. Your hand then returns to normal, and the same with the hot hand. Once you have applied it to all of the areas you need to, it returns to normal, and you place them on your lap. And the more you practice this, the better you get, the better and more proficient you get at doing it. Every time you practice this hypnotherapy, you go deeper and deeper under hypnosis every time. And with pain relief and hypnosis, you should only allow it to take place for a few hours at a time. The same as painkillers. If you took ibuprofen or paracetamol or codeine or any painkillers at all, you should only allow it to last the length of painkillers, because if something was wrong, your body would need to warn you. Pain is a warning, and you need to allow it to come back after a few hours at a time. And then you can always do the process again, should you need to. But you cannot do it as a permanent thing, only a few hours at a time. Otherwise you would not know if something was wrong. Okay. Now, in a few moments' time, I'm going to awaken you. But just before I do, you can leave that numbness in all parts of your body you have just relieved. You can leave the soothing hot heat from your hand that was the heat pack. You can leave that wonderful feelings of relief. You can leave them as you have just applied them. And in around 3 or 4 hours' time, they will wear off. And your sensations will come back. Any pain will come back, so that you will then know if something is wrong, and then you can apply it again as necessary. Okay. So in a few moments' time, I'm going to awaken you, but just before I do, I want you to know that this is something that you are more than capable of. Hypnotherapy and anesthesia has been used for hundreds of years to anaesthetise people before surgery, operations. It's very widely used. It's nothing hocus pocus. It's very commonly used for pain relief. And it's something that you can experience the benefits from. You may find that maybe your first few attempts at doing it might not be very successful, but you should notice it works even very slightly, even if it's only partial sensation that you feel. But with practice, over time, you get better, more proficient at doing it. And before long, however many times is necessary to practice, maybe 5 times, 10 times, 50 times, but you'll find you can do it on command. When you get really good at it, you can do it on command. You can do it because when I said numbness, your hand is as light as, your hand feels light. When I said hot hand, they are, the whole process that I have shown you is just to show you how to do it. It's just a method to show you how, but you can adapt your own way of doing it. As long as you understand the principles of what you are doing, you can make your own way of doing it. When I described the ice buckets or the bucket of liquid nitrogen to make your hand numb, that was just to show you what to do. You can do it in your own way that works for you. When you get better and more proficient, you do it in your own way. And it will work on command within seconds of doing it. The more proficient you get, and the more you practice, the more you will understand it. And the better you understand it, you do it your own way of understanding. Once you have experienced the results and the benefits that prove to you that yes, it is real. This is real. What I say to you, this is very real. It's not nonsense. It's not hocus pocus. This is very, very real and it works. So the better you practice and the better you get. I wish you luck with that. I wish you all of the best of luck with your anesthesia work. I wish you the best of luck with it. And I hope that you enjoy practicing and improving with your work. Okay. In a few moments' time, I'm going to count to 1 from 1 to 10. You'll become more and more awake with each ascending number. By the count of 8, you would have opened your eyes. And by the count of 10, you'll be fully wide awake. 1, 2, 3, waking yourself up now. 4, 5, 6, more and more awake. 7, 8, opening your eyes. 9 and 10, fully wide awake.